Welcome to the Not So Morning Show. It is an exciting time to be here because we have very professional, very high-level thinker, which is me, and then we also have Jonathan Creek. So let's get into it here after this intro.
Perfect.
Oh yeah! Bring it on! How you doing, Creeky?
Toby White.
Not so morning show.
There we go. Welcome to the Not So Morning Show. It is one of these days. I don't even know what day it is. I'm not even looking at the calendar. It doesn't matter. I think it's Thursday. I'm pretty sure it's... Wait. I'm pretty sure it's Friday. It's Friday.
It's whatever day they're watching it on.
That's a very good point. Very good point. Anyways, Jonathan Creek here. All the way from Melbourne, Australia. I've had some crazy guests this week. People from Texas, people from Hobart. And then next week, some people from London, some people from Antarctica. I hate that word. That's the worst word to say.
You know what's really funny?
Yeah.
I wanted to bring this up with you because of your background.
Oh, we're getting right into it? I'm just kidding.
Get right into it. Australian capital cities have nicknames.
Okay.
Slobart, Melbourne, Steak and Kidney, Bris Vegas.
Steak and okay.
Yeah.
Bris Vegas.
Adelaide.
I thought it was called Radelaide.
Radelaide if you live there, Badelaide if you don't. Do American cities have similar disparaging nicknames? And what are some of them?
Oh, we got Sin City.
Yeah, but that's sort of cool.
We got San Fran. We got...
But no, you're missing the point.
I get the point. Hold on. We have... no, we don't. We're nice to our cities. We have Chi-Town. We have... we don't say... What do we say for New York? The Big Apple? I guess you're right. We don't have anything in mean. Columbus, we say Cbus, but we refer to Ohio as America's armpit.
New York would be poo pork.
Poo pork. No. Yeah, no, we don't. We just have Sin City. I'm trying to think of some others because I would have, maybe looked into it a little bit. But if you're watching this, leave a comment. Let us know if you know any names that we don't know. Yeah, we're nice. We're nice in America,
Should have saved that for random thoughts.
You should have. Maybe we'll do random thoughts next week. This is Friday. And
whatever day you're watching.
Yeah, that's true.
Wherever you may be finding us.
The last couple of episodes is funny because Mark Ginsby he forgot that we weren't live a couple times, and he's like, "If you're watching this after the fact, leave a comment." I'm like, "Everyone's watching this after the fact, Mark." Yeah. So I told Emma, I was like, "Me and Creeky are gonna record a couple Not So Morning Show episodes," and she's like, "So why are you doing all of these pre-recorded stuff?" And I'm like, "Well." I'm just kind of testing it out. And I kind of laid out the reasons why. I actually have them in the description as well. Main reason is I want to have co-hosts. And Scott's sick right now. And he can't, I can't find anyone that will be able to, be on at the same time every morning or whatever time it is where they are. And I don't want to do it by myself. I want the conversation. That's the whole point of this. And I think that was the big thing. So, but she was like, I won't. She said that she's not inclined to watch it if it's not live. And I'm like, fair enough. She said this to me before too. She said this is more of a guy show. Like this is more of a bunch of dudes talking about YouTube and stuff that's boring to her. So, I said fair enough. If this isn't for you, it's not for you. So I don't know. What do you think about the pre-recorded stuff?
Look, I really love the live Not So Morning Show, but I understand its challenges. And my point would be you're better off doing something than nothing. And people will get used to it. People will watch it or they won't. There's plenty of people who do live format shows and then play replays. But there's no right or wrong formula for any of this. So just do what suits and what helps.
Yeah.
And I can understand the fact that you don't want to talk to yourself when you're on this show, because you already spend 7 hours out of your 8 hours awake talking to yourself. So why would you do it for an extra hour on top of that?
Yeah, seriously, right? No, it's even with I told her too. I was like, if I was live and I was getting hundreds of views, that would be different. And by the way, thank you to everyone that watched live. You know who you are. But there was sometimes 10 to 20.
Yeah, but I don't think that matters so much, other than I think what matters is that pre-production and organizing and coordinating into other people's lives it's not easy.
No, it's not.
Right?
And then people drop out last minute and all that stuff, and it's just like...
Yeah, and you ask, and no one's invested in it as much as you, because it's your show.
Right.
So, that makes it hard, and friction and tension and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Not that you had any of that, but that's why I steer away from doing shows with other people. It's why I steer away from having businesses with other people, because, there's always it's very rare that you find two people who are completely on the same level and equally committed and can make it work long term.
Absolutely. And we've learned that lesson time and time again on different avenues. Yeah, whether it be businesses or other YouTube collaborations. What's up?
Yeah. Now, before we move on, I want to say power to you, Scotty. Thinking of you, mate. And get better soon. Can't wait to have you back, so that I don't have to be on here and you can take my spot.
Absolutely.
Keeping it warm.
We do. I miss Scotty D. It's always fun talking to him, and I think too this format, not having having a chat's awesome, but not having a chat is kind of nice too, because you don't have that pressure of acknowledging everything anyone says. Although I loved it when you'd always say you were watching with your girls and they loved Toby, the demon character of the show.
To be honest, I'm only here for Toby.
Yeah.
Where is he? Where's Toby?
He's here somewhere.
Hey, I'm right here, Creeky.
No, that's you pretending to be Toby.
No. I don't. My voice can't go that low.
Until I see his face.
Hey, I just had to, I just write my
Okay.
Hey, Creeky.
I take it.
All right. Anyway. Creeky, let me ask you something. What have you been up to lately?
Well, I had my first summer holidays in probably 3 years. I made sure that I took 3 weeks off, probably stretched out to 4 if I was to be honest. Eased back in this week to some work. But Danny, it's been hot, very hot, hotter than hot.
Hot and smoky.
Hot and smoky.
Oh,
yeah.
You're doing the jelly duck thing.
Yeah, I love that jelly duck. But yeah, just been relaxing, some family time. Junior Burger went to high school today, first day, so that was a big day for her and us. And Small Fry starts back tomorrow, and then from 9:15 tomorrow, I'm back at the grind.
Small Fry starts at school on Saturday. That's weird. Depending on when somebody's watching this.
Yeah, she started at school yesterday, and Junior Burger
I'm just messing with you.
Wednesday.
I'm just messing with you.
I've got Mark Ensby in my ear. He's giving me the wrong dates. It is hard, because I'm used to just chatting, and then it becomes a show. I think that's what's cool. So I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl, which probably interests you a little bit. That's my biggest week of speaking to Scotty on messengers. I'm trying to suck his brain of NFL questions. I've always got questions over the rules, because there's some inconsistencies in the game of NFL that annoy me a little bit. And so Scotty has to get me straight. So touchdowns crossing the plane, that wide receivers can't cross the plane, but running backs can to score touchdowns. So
what do you mean cross the plane?
So the ball, they don't actually have to touch the ground. They just get the ball over the virtual line that goes up the sky forever. Where
no, they have to touch. They have to touch that.
No, they don't.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's weird. I never thought about that. That's actually that's really frustrating.
Wide receivers have to have their feet in.
Yeah. Oh, because of possession, you have to have possession of the ball, and you have to be like if you catch
You
it
can-
inbounds, it's same.
You can explain it as much as you want. It's
No,
inconsistent.
I know. I'll get it. I get it actually.
There was a
It's
running
like-
back the other day and it was in the 49ers game, and he ran right to the corner of the end zone, and just sort of he dived and just there's that post right on the boundary.
Yeah.
Basically took out the post with his body, but because he held the ball in it,
Yeah.
and then he landed out of bounds. He actually never went in the end zone, and it was still a touchdown.
Because he had possession of the ball going into the end zone. If somebody catches it, they have to have their feet in to prove that they had possession of the ball. Like you can't catch a receiver can't catch it out of bounds on the sides. They have to put both feet in. A running back can just run out because they had possession of it. I get it.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah, I get it. It's just how about we just go back to the ball?
Or we can talk about cricket because that's really interesting.
No, let's not talk about cricket. Let's just have the ball, or the person holding the ball has to actually touch the grass in the painted end zone.
That's because you're used to rugby, right? They have to jump on it. Yeah.
Exactly what it is. Yeah, you got to ground the ball.
Yeah.
I'm sure in NFL previously that's what it was too. I think this is a rule change from the 80s. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chatsters, but I reckon
No
I
chat,
remember-
but in the comments, yeah.
in the commenters, the artists previously known as chatsters.
So what's been going on with you, YouTube wise? You say every time I hear from you, you're gonna make a video or two, and
Sorry, have we got audio problems? Are we?
oh no, I was wondering. I have the technical one. I can't find it though. I've changed all my stuff for these things.
Yeah, no, I've got I have plans. I've been recording a podcast and vodcast, so that'll come out as video episodes. I've recorded 4 episodes of that already with people from around the world. So that'll come out as video format. But then I want to get in to really just making videos that help people.
Yeah.
That's what I just want to help people.
Can you give me an example of like a video that you'd want to help someone with?
How to present better on camera, how to remove nerves.
So for more of presenters, for more public speaking, you want to kind of coach people on being a better public speaker? Is that what
No, people are scared of being on camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so how to
If
talk
you're
on
scared of being on camera, live stream. Get on there and live stream. I tell you what, you learn quick that you get over that, especially if you're live. If there's 3 people watching, you still feel that nerve, and then after a while you'll get over it. So
Yeah. Now, folks, if you catch me looking to the left, it's because my computer screen is here, and I'm sort of looking at Danny on the computer screen. So I will.
I know it looks good because I flipped you, so it actually looks like you're looking at me. So and I'm looking over here, it's like perfect. It's like we can high five across.
Yay!
Did you hear about all the cancel Joe Rogan stuff lately?
A little bit, because of his support of Bernie Sanders.
And it was support of Bernie in the Democratic Party, like for the DNC, for that party. He said he doesn't like the other candidates, and it's just went, and I think that they edited down what he said and then shared it, and people just went nuts, and it's just so funny that why can't?
Who cares?
What?
I mean, can't he have an opinion?
Exactly.
Isn't he? He's in California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
It's pretty weird. It's pretty weird that people care that much about politics. I have some friends.
I'll tell you what I found. Sorry to interrupt. I'll tell you what I found
okay.
staggering about that whole Joe Rogan thing is that someone mentioned that he gets over 200 million downloads.
Yeah. Is that Isaac Butterfield?
Yeah, the Butts man.
I don't know if that's true though.
The source.
What he said.
200 million's a lot.
I don't think. Yeah, I think that was a wrong quote. That seems like. I know that he's got YouTube and he's got like download for podcasting apps. Let me look it up really quick. But I do have some friends that are actually concerned in the U.S. They think that there's a big civil war that's going to be coming out.
Tell them they're dreaming.
They think that because there's some stuff. was leaked or something happened where these Bernie Sanders followers were basically saying that if he didn't win, they were gonna turn violent because
on their walking frames.
Yeah.
Let's face it, Donald Trump has the toughest supporters in America because he's got all the middle Americans with their big utes and all their guns and stuff.
Yeah.
What are the people from Poo Pork and Los Angeles going to do? I mean, maybe South Central they could put up a bit of a fight, but just weight of numbers, all those guys from the middle of America with their big Ford 150s. Lucky Trump's got it nailed for that.
Dude. It's Joe Rogan. His podcast gets listened to 1.5 plus billion times per year, and he makes around 50 to 100 million in revenue a year on that podcast. Hey, by the way, if you want to help the show out, subscribe. If we could get, no, I'm just kidding.
He sits there and smokes joints. But I tell you what, some of his topics are, I find fascinating. I was watching one yesterday about a breed of former humans known as the Devosians. So basically, there's Homo sapiens, which is us, and then there's Neanderthals, and then there was this other type of human that they've discovered in the 80s through one pinky finger found in the caves in Russia, which are the Devosian caves. And what they've discovered is they were also a form of humans, and the three breeds used to interbreed with each other. And the only other place on the planet where the Devosian DNA exists is in the Australian Aboriginals and the Papua New Guinea tribesmen.
Ooh.
And they're wondering how did they get to the caves in Russia. It's about 5%
aliens.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's funny. I could see that how the world could repeat itself over and over. The civilization of humanity. Like, you imagine, like, we have all this stuff, pictures and everything that's not sustainable over like millions of years. Like, if we all cease to exist, except for maybe a handful of us, all the electronic stuff would die out. There'd be no way to prove what happened in the future years except for through stories and stuff. I don't know.
Well, what's really cool about the Devosians is that in the cave where they found the fingers, they also found half a green stoned ring. And in the ring is a hole, and this was on Joe Rogan, and in the ring is a hole that something used to hang off, like a locket, something like that. And on further examination, what they've found is that the hole is drilled by a high-powered, fast-moving, steady drill that wasn't even invented back then.
Ooh.
By 40,000 years ahead of time. And that stuff, good on you for getting your 1.5 billion views, because that's the sort of stuff that kids can learn from, and yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too, is I would like this. What we're doing here. I'm doing this a lot for me and my own sanity. I miss the conversations that we have. It motivates me. It helps me. It makes me feel like I'm doing something. A creative outlet if I'm not doing anything else. So it's just kind of nice to be part of that. Whether people watch it or not, it's not necessarily a big important thing. It would be great if it grew, because then the more you grow, the more you can justify the time you put into shows to give it a little bit more.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would think that $100 million a year would quite motivate.
Yeah, that would be. And, he doesn't have to do a lot. I want to know how much he pays that Jamie guy who sits there and just Googles everything they talk about and pops it on the screen.
If that Jamie guy's getting paid $100,000 a year, he's still winning.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He for sure is getting $100,000 a year.
Right. If he's getting if you're getting $250,000 a year US, he's killing it. If he just produces a show and uploads it to Wooshka or whoever hosts it.
Oh, yeah. and then
Right.
just makes clips, and then the easiest job. That would be so easy, too easy.
So easy.
But one can dream. That is the dream. I do like that you said something about my YouTube channel and how you missed the storytelling aspect of things that I was doing, which I'll bring back. That's like, you're right. That is something that I was able to do well. I think that I just got burnt out with it a bit.
Let's ask you, how was your summer?
My Australian summer.
Yeah, because you had your parents out.
Oh, you want me to
One-
narrate it?
I
You want me
don't
to tell you? Want me to tell you the story?
No, well, you asked me, and I'm being polite and asked you back.
Oh yeah. Oh well,
Can
my
you-
summer, it's great. I had my birthday, Christmas, New Year's. Didn't do much for New Year's, although we were up at the Sunshine Coast, and I took my mother-in-law scooting out. We scooted to our other friend's house and hung out there till about 2:00.
Mum or your mother-in-law?
Mother-in-law. This is before my mom and dad came, and we're scooting back. It was like late night, and there's this big hill, and I accidentally I switched her scooters. The one that we came there with was a different one than she came back with, and the brake is in a completely different spot. So she's going down this hill, and she's just like, "Where's the brake?" in the middle of the night. And I told her where it was, but it was very funny. It could have been very dangerous.
If you are a Gold Coast policeman and you took the actual incident report, I do not buy this story. Danny Black was trying to off his mother-in-law.
I'd cut the brake line, right?
I'm not buying it. Not buying it. So I asked you that question, and then
Yeah.
we go back to today's conversation, and we do. If you guys don't know, all the original creator cast crew minus a couple still chat a lot on Facebook and Messenger and have jokes and stay in touch and talk about life.
By the way, shout out to Scotty Muir. Scotty Muir's having a baby. He's
congratulations.
he's having
Him
a
and-
kid very soon. So
And Brittany,
yeah.
I
So
only
shout
remember
out-
her name because his wife's name is the same as my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best of us have Brittany's.
Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, and our conversation today was that I thought that the last maybe month or so you've been searching.
Yeah, that's true.
You've been searching for what do you do next? Do you go back to what you were doing? Do you try something different? Do you park it? Do you just go to music? And I think over those chats, we've sent each other examples of different types of shows and different creative ideas and all that sort of stuff. But it just sort of came to me today. I just had a moment where I was just thinking about your channel and what I love most about it. And I really love those travel stories where you narrate over the top of, you use your narration to link to different things. And you did it really well when you're in the, I think you're in Vanuatu or somewhere where you're in that longboat with the guy, and you did it really well with the taxi driver who it was Katut, was it?
Oh yeah, that was Bali. Yeah.
Bali.
The boat
Who's
that you're talking about, that was a live stream.
I know you did a live stream, but there was a video that went with you being over there where you narrated.
Oh, like a long time ago, maybe.
Probably.
Hey,
But anyway, by the way, Katut keeps sending me friend requests on Facebook.
Accept it.
Hold your horses,
He's a good
Katut.
friend. He's a good friend to have in case you go to Bali.
Never ever will I be going to Bali by choice.
Why? Why would you say that?
Well, for starters, you got to get it on Jetstar. That's never going to happen.
That's not the only airline that goes. I don't know, actually.
What else goes? Well,
I don't know.
Well,
I've never flown in or out of Bali. I've been there only like 3 or 4 times on ships, and that's it.
Won't be getting on Malaysian Airlines either.
Well, no way. But I will say this: I did change I temporarily changed my YouTube to Danny Black, not just Danny Black, but not where is just.
I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, and I changed it back today, just so you know. I think that I've had a lot of people, and even Emma, she's like, I like the where is aspect of it, and
Well, that's if you're going back to what you were doing.
Yeah, and I think that I will be.
Good.
So,
But it doesn't just have to be travel. You can have your tech. you can have your.
No,
API.
yeah, the tech. I have it all roped into one thing, or I roped into like I have a little bit of a philosophy of what my channel is going to be about, and it's going to be ships, an American living in Australia, and
Life.
like that. So like anything that's tech related will fall into one of those ship videos. Like I have someone sent me some headphones to test out, some wireless headphones, and I'm gonna make a video of them while I'm skiing in Japan. Like that, I'm gonna use them there. So
Perfect.
that's how I'm gonna do it. So
Mixture of everything. Perfect. And that's yeah, your channel with what 8,000.
yeah, it's growing without me posting, which is great.
Still,
I put all the effort into it before, but
it's probably still in the top 10% in the world.
no.
Put that in perspective.
Okay.
And well, here's the thing: 10,000 creators are responsible for 90% of the views
Okay. Yeah.
on
That's-
YouTube.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a weird number.
And you look at guys like Jay, who's rocketed. When he first rocketed with the Casey video, he went from about 8 to 15, and then from 15 to 50, pretty rapidly.
Yeah.
Just with 2 themes, and
Yeah.
that could happen for you.
Oh yeah, that could absolutely that could happen. It
Got
wouldn't
it.
happen on this channel. It would happen on that channel.
You go and get, you go and test coronavirus for the world. Tell us what it's like.
I'm actually gonna go out and buy some masks for Hong Kong because I heard that that everyone in Hong Kong, we'll have 24 hours in Hong Kong, and I'm gonna make a video about being there for 24 hours. But everyone there has masks on because of that virus, and some tourists were there and they didn't have masks and they couldn't buy them because they were all sold out everywhere. And so everyone was giving them really bad looks because they weren't wearing masks. And the only way that they could find masks was they had to buy shoes. And apparently if you buy a pair of shoes, you get a mask.
Wow.
Yeah.
A 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
But here in Melbourne, a lot of the schools, there's a couple of the big schools that have got big Chinese student populations are actually remaining shut. And, any kids that have been to China for the new year, not allowed back for anywhere between 2 to 8 weeks.
Yeah. That's weird, man. And isn't that weird to think they said, what was it, 1820, there was a big plague or something. In the 1920s, there was another big plague, and then it's the 2020s.
Yeah, but you know me and my conspiracy theories.
I know.
I love the story about the secret lab, which is only 1 block away from the market. And the Chinese won't explain what it is, but the Americans know that it's a laboratory.
We talked about this on the last show, by the way, and we did a conspiracy segment. Yeah, but we didn't go this deep into it. Keep going.
Yeah, and apparently it's an infectious diseases facility, and just maybe they might have been testing something out on their own.
I've heard that conspiracy that they're trying to infect people in Hong Kong.
Let's say guinea pigs, let alone bat pigs.
Yeah.
Like, how are those videos of eating fruit bats? Come on.
Fruit bats. What?
Didn't you see the video of the girl eating the fruit bats?
No. Someone on the
Search it up.
virus.
Search it up. Girl
Okay.
eating fruit.
We'll do this quick, but we have one minute left in the show because we're trying to keep them at 30. But we'll be back on next week on Monday, we'll talk more about this, but also we're gonna talk about some other really fun stuff. I'm really excited to do that. Okay, so girl, coronavirus eating bat. Is that what I search?
Yeah, you'll find it. Don't worry. And it'll be a great way to end the show, just to leave people feeling so good if they haven't seen it.
Bat soup? No.
Yes.
No, that's not a thing. That's
Yes.
no. Okay.
Yes.
I see it.
This is how it started. Put it up. Play it as your closer. And when you get the audio, it's even better because the guy's sitting there going, "Don't eat the skin, eat the meat." But he's saying it in Chinese. Look at her.
Ah.
Num num. And in the video, she just bites straight into its back.
That doesn't. How do you know that she's on the coronavirus?
I don't know if she's got the coronavirus, but this is how they said it's jumped. It's come from bats and it's jumped to humans. And unless people are doing things with bats other than eating them, how else would it get across?
That's creepy.
Very-
That's bat. Okay, we're gonna end the show here. Come back. Creaky's gonna be back with us on the next episode, and we're gonna talk about 14 emojis that you're using wrong. That's gonna be a thing.
Okay, Toby.
Okay, Toby. If you want to leave a comment and you want to get our attention so we know that you actually got this far into it, put the ampersand symbol. So the ampersand, which is the and, okay? And then start typing.
You just lost 99% of people.
What do you mean? Why?
Because they won't know what that is.
No, 99% of the people will not get this far at the video.
No, we are kidding ourselves if we think that anyone is watching.
No, it does. Like Walker, if you watch today's episode if you watch the episode that just aired, we did comments, and there are people that watch and they follow the rules. They'll put the asterisks. They'll do the things
Shift
that we
7
say.
for those who are struggling to understand what
Shift
the
7 is ampersand, the and symbol. Type that first, and then type the comment so we know that you got to the end. And we will celebrate your comment more than any other comment. Let us know your thoughts of the show. We'll bring back some live stuff after a lot of the traveling that's going to happen soon. But we'll see you next time. And
I think I need another go. I think I can do better. I'm very disappointed with my performance.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did all right. I thought you did great. But the next one will be better. We'll be well rested. We'll be back in 1 week or 1 weekend when I'm going to just.
See you on the flip flop, Creeky. It's your buddy Toby.
Hey, Toby.
Gotta play the end screen.
Self-destruct sequence will initiate in 60 seconds.
Oh, that's good. I like
All
that.
personnel, please exit
Computer is
immediately.
broken.
Self-destruct sequence has initiated. This facility will self-destruct in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,